Well, I love campaigning, but I have to temper it though, Sean, because you find a lot of enthusiasm with people when they get to know you, when they get to hear what you're about, and they hear a little bit of the passion. The problem, though, and what really concerns me, is that the people are hurting. The things that are going on in our community, the loss of the middle class, the fear, the uncertainty, it's troublesome. And I think the connection I'm trying to make with people is that in these times, when our system has really betrayed you, the courts are the last refuge. It's the only place left where you're going to stand equal with a big corporation or your neighbor. There's no distinction. And if we lose that, we're in trouble. And that's what I'm trying to work on. And it's a struggle because people are hurting, and you know, it breaks your heart. But you see the enthusiasm in people, you see the optimism, and that gives you hope for the next day. I've been practicing 30 years, and I've represented clients all throughout the North Country. We'll talk about those in a minute. The most important work, the most important connection I have to the North Country, and in fact to every county in this district, has been as the president of Legal Services and Legal Aid of Central New York. We have provided legal assistance to tens of thousands of people right here in Jefferson County. People in need, people that needed this support. And that's one of my real passions. In addition to that, I've represented women with breast cancer in this region, and I, insurance company provided insurance. I've never charged them a fee. I've never lost a case. It's very important to me to give back that way. Some of my clients in the North Country include Kinney Drugs, a wonderful organization with lots of employee involvement, the Hospital Samaritan, the Children's Hospital, even the government, Jefferson County and the IDA. We've done work up and down the region. And of course, it's not just all work, but there's always the times when we come up on the lake, we'll fish, we'll have a good time. So it's work and play, and also a camp that I grew up on just down the road on Route 3. So it's part of my life from childhood to now. Thank you for being here, and to my brothers and sisters, my fellow SEIU members. Woo! Yeah! Welcome. Democrats, thank you. First, to my friends at SEIU, I belong to Local 200. I was a janitor. That's how I got my way through college and law school. Years ago, the same place I worked, they tried to break the union, fire the union workers, bring in non-union workers. I walked outside, stood with our brothers and sisters as they fought to retain their jobs, unfortunately unsuccessful. I was with our brothers and sisters who are $14, $12, $13 an hour grave diggers, work for the Catholic diocese of all places. And the diocese is trying to eliminate their union positions. I worked with them last week, or 2 weeks ago, in front of the Chancellery. And, at least until if good fortune strikes and I am elected, after that I can't walk. But, if you have to walk in your negotiations, I will be there with you up until November. Woo! It's important. I want to talk a little bit. I mean, candidates all the time. I want to take 1 minute, one more minute, because you hear candidates all the time. They want to talk about themselves. Elections are not always about the candidate. They're about the people. So I want to talk about what we are confronting right now in this region. We live in a region that has remarkable resources, remarkable people, remarkable educational institutions, but some of the highest poverty rates in the country, some of the highest child poverty rates in the country. Every day in our courts, throughout this 6-county region, we have frightened litigants who are not represented by counsel. Spouses of soldiers from Fort Drum on the verge of eviction from their houses. Farmers being foreclosed. Senior citizens being foreclosed. A wave of foreclosures in the political process has let us down. I wish I could say the legislative process was working perfectly. It's not. And when we have a citizenry that's been betrayed, when the legislative process is not working, the courts are what must exist to protect our rights. That's one of the reasons I'm running. I think I can make a difference there. I've worked in every nook and cranny of the 6 counties of this district. I've served people on the legislature. I've served homeless kids. I've served women with breast cancer for free to get the health insurance they need. And I want to bring those experiences. I want to bring those commitments. David talked about the judicial temperament. I'm going to take that up a notch. I want to take that passion for democratic justice into the courts. One final thought. Do judges matter? Do Republicans versus Democrats matter? And I'm here to tell you they do. In the health care debate, right? We all know we have a health care law. We all know that there's court challenges across the country. We have the judges across the country reading the same law, the same legislative history, the same Constitution, the same precedents, and coming up with different results. Why? Because it's not just what's in your head, it's what's in your heart that matters. And I will be a judge that uses both head and heart to serve you and fight for justice at all times. Thank you.